This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. 81 additional confirmed cases of COVID-19 in country for Wednesday, October 7th. These new cases bring the total number of confirmed cases to 4,713. 77 of those cases here in the capital, 2 on Grand Bahama, and 2 cases with locations pending. As it stands now, there have been 3,545 confirmed cases of COVID-19 on New Providence, 652 on Grand Bahama, 157 on Abaco, 54 on Bimini, 32 on Exuma, 25 on Eleuthera, 19 on Inagua, 15 on the Berry Islands, 12 on Long Island, 9 confirmed cases on Andros and Cat Island each, 7 on Acklands, 5 on Crooked Island, 3 on Mayaguana, and 169 confirmed cases with locations pending. According to yesterday's dashboard, 1,972 cases are active, 109 of which are hospitalized. 102 deaths have been recorded, 19 non-COVID-19 related deaths, and 13 deaths under investigation. Now, on the bright side, there have been 2,607 recoveries and at least 23,039 tests completed to date. In news from the crime beat, police here in the capital are investigating separate shooting and stabbing incidents that occurred on Wednesday. The shooting incident leaving 2 males injured and detained in hospital. Reports say shortly after 9 a.m., officers received a complaint of a male being shot in Domingo Heights. Upon arrival at the scene, officers were informed that 4 males were involved in an argument when one of the males produced a handgun and discharged it in the direction of the others. This resulted in 2 of the males being injured. They were then transported to hospital where one is listed in critical condition and the other in stable condition. As for the stabbing incident, an adult male is in hospital nursing his injuries. Shortly after 10 a.m. yesterday, police were called to St. Luke Street. Upon arrival, officers met a male with injuries about his body and were informed that 2 males were involved in an altercation where one of the males produced a knife and stabbed the other. The victim was later transported to hospital where he's detained in stable condition. Acting on information, the officers proceeded to Sequoia Street, where they arrested a male suspect in connection with this incident. Investigations into these matters continue.
I will be the first to put someone behind bars. I believe that, we have to move away from this idea that it's going to take laws to get us out of our problems.
Those are the words of National Security Minister Marvin Dames in response to questions about whether he supports capital punishment being enforced in the Bahamas. Speaker of the House of Assembly Halson Moultrie called for the death penalty after the recent killings of 7-year-old Reyes Williams and the double homicide that occurred in Nassau Village, the area which Mr. Moultrie represents. Minister Dames says that he cannot say whether we will ever see capital punishment in the Bahamas again, but he can say this.
What we're seeing occurring in this country is decades of neglect, a manifestation of neglect by many of us as adults. The violators of crime throughout this country are our kids. And so, what does that mean? We all have a vested responsibility to play our respective roles. Regardless of my views about capital punishment, I think it's certainly going to take more than capital punishment to get us to where we need to be.
Minister Dames says that he firmly believes that we must all account for ourselves, and when that is done, we account for everyone who is in the confines of our household. He contends that government had said they must take a multi-sectoral approach when it comes to problems that are facing the country. Mr. Dames also announced that the state of safety and security relative to crime, offenses, and rehabilitative matters is good, but there remains work to be done. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.